wind up out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And
and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching?
And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Watson on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be out of bounds.
Crazy, bro. I switch players, bro, and then that dude just stands there.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
I think what's fucking me up is I got stick drift too. A little bit. I got stick drift. You know when your controller just moves by itself.
So not much time to work with.
The thumbstick.
9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
Bro, why isn't it just why wasn't it fair catch? That's what it's supposed to do when you don't press anything. It'd be a fair catch. It's just not giving me shit.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
Not gonna give it to me.
And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game. 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Play action. It's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Escaping the Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson.
Of course he's not going to go far enough, bro. Fuck, man.
A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be
I do a slant, and it does a small slant.
The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and
she's not letting me do anything.
You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Being chased out left. And he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
What camera angle is this, bro?
Return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
I tried.
Knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a
He can outrun those people. It's to the house.
That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Jackson. That escapes the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Zadarius Smith.
None of my dudes are open.
For the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 98 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now it's Watson. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right.
No way.
It's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
What?
A nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a 3rd. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. And in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Jackson now. He'll buy some time right.
Crazy, bro. I can just never throw it to my man.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game
the first passing play I made that was an incompletion should have been a perfect pass.
Downfield, that's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
this crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he goes out right around the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's first down. Watson off play action. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. Time not an issue just yet, but we'll be watching the clock for sure. Here's 2nd down. And Chubb will try the middle here.
Short game, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8. Here's Watson. Steps away. And Watson has enough for first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Watson to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. Jackson connecting with Hill. And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 9, and compounding things, it's now 3rd down as well. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing, Jackson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. 4th down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
and you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
They're going for it with Dobbins. And they will get the conversion on fourth down to stay alive, but time, not an ally. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts. But this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Jackson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away.
Yep.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
First throw in overtime now for Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Inside handoff here to Ricard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Jackson going to change things up a bit. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Right side, there's Likely with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. He goes 15 yards on the touchdown run. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be.
Receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate. You should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
I don't know what the fuck going on, but it's all good.
On the return from his end zone is Grant. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw, Watson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Another one in the books for his partner. Always great to be by your side. And look, both offenses, both defenses had some moments in this one, but I think you would agree these coaching staffs are also going to have some stuff to clean up on film.
Absolutely, partner, and let's face it, any game we get to watch from up here, it's going to be a blast. Do we want to get a real job? Absolutely not. Let's keep watching the NFL all season long.
All right.